Cool.
GM. Well, I see that we have a lot of friends joining us right now, and I just want to let everyone know that we are getting ready to start. But before we actually start the session, and before I reveal our bonus side backstage to our audience over here, I actually wanted to airdrop another round of crypto box again because I want to shout out to all of our community members that you have been waiting for the session to start, right? Thank you so much. And today our speakers are from Mooncat. Well, actually, about 2 months ago, we had an AMA session on X Spaces, and this time they come back and bring a lot of updates about the project. We're going to cover everything that you wanted to know, and of course, we will also like to learn more about TGE, right? It's coming soon. So let me first remove the banner over here and then review our backstage. We already have both our speakers joining us, and they are Joshua as well as Paul, the funder and ethical advisory board over here. Two people over here sharing welcome because they are all in the office. Welcome. And should I invite Joshua first? Would you like to introduce yourself and also briefly talk about Mooncat to our audience? Thank you.
Hey, Moonlight, thank you. It's good to be back and good to have a chance to talk to everyone about where we've gotten to. So, my name's Joshua Allen Nelson, so I'm the founder of Mooncat.ai. Mooncat .ai is kind of a AI and DeFi merged protocol where we're using AI to optimize DeFi, but not replace it. Is probably the best summary I can say, and we'll continue building out solutions and products where we find things that we can solve to make DeFi a smoother experience for people. So that's really the summary of Mooncat.ai.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Joshua. And now we would like to invite Paul, because Paul, your title actually is quite unique. Ethical Advisory Board. I believe during our 3-year itinerary over here on Banzai, this is the first time that we have a speaker with this kind of job title. Do you mind to let us know what kind of tasks do you do at Mooncat? Thank you.
Yeah, so my background is in psychology, so organizational consulting and also in private practice. And Josh actually approached me because of my history in terms of I've got a real passion for things such as, I guess justice. And the other thing is transparency, integrity, trust, all those are really important things. So just said, look, integrity, all that sort of stuff is really core to my values and the values of Mooncat. And I'd like to bring you on board to really make sure that from the ground up, we integrate that throughout the whole journey. So I think, Mooncat, from what I've seen so far, is very sort of next generation. And this is, I think, part of that. It feels quite innovative. Like I've never been approached by a crypto before, and it was brilliant. Like we just, we share the same values, and Josh is so passionate about those values. So yeah, that's sort of so it's like coaching, it's like consulting, and the main focus is on, as you say, ethics and values and transparency, trust, those sort of things.
That's very interesting. Well, I immediately see that we have our audience asking questions, right? Why a project would need lease? Well, do you guys want to cover the question right away, or should we save the audience question till later?
Yeah, look, I'm happy to take some questions now. Yeah, definitely.
Great, because the audience are very curious about why the Mooncat team thinks ethic is very important. Like you also need an ethical advisory board within the team, and especially Paul also just mentioned that this was also the first time that he was reached out by a crypto team, right? It's definitely a very unique position.
It is.
Yeah. So why, and also how?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I really love it.
Thank you.
Because I think, both of us have experienced, either people we know and myself actually personally, where, you sort of, I guess, invest in good faith into a cryptocurrency or maybe it was property as well. And I think there are some cryptocurrencies that have really strong ethics. But I've also had a number of my clients in my psychology professional life who have been really, I think, really burnt by, scammers and things like that. So that those values of transparency and that sense of trusting through, I guess, all of those values, I think are really, and Josh really wanted to make sure from the ground up, there's someone kind of flying the flag in a way and ensuring as we grow that other people who come on board, this is so central to us that you have to, there's a board, that we're going to have of advisors that will have different functions, like some marketing and community engagement and things like that. But I thought it was really exciting because for me, being able to trust a cryptocurrency with hard-earned money and it, to me, just makes it was really exciting. And it's so Josh is really about next generation kind of innovation, and I was really attracted to that as well. And I think this is part of that. It is quite unique, and but it's flying the flag, and there's a sense of integrity about it, which to me was really important.
And it kind of, I think, flows into the protocol as well. Like we talked about AI-fi and AI plus DeFi and how some projects, I guess, are sacrificing decentralization to favor, AI and what it can do. And I think that's, it's got its own risks associated with something like that, like blockchain and cryptocurrency and decentralization is really why it was created. And so from an ethics standpoint as well, making sure that our protocol kind of adheres to these principles, not just from a bad actors and stuff that exist out there in the space, but also from a development and technology perspective as well.
Got it. Thank you so much for letting us know about that. And this is definitely an immediate question that our audience had right after Paul introduced yourself, right? Because, well, a lot of other Web3 projects, they probably don't really care, right? Ethics. And we're so glad to know that Mooncat, the team, is super care about it and even have a ethical advisory board. That's amazing. Thank you so much for doing this. And I think this is a way that shows the team is really genuine, wanted to make something good, something positive.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
Let's also go to another burning question regarding Mooncat's progress, because the last time we had an MA session together was about 2 months ago. I remember that was probably back in May, right? And at the time, the team already mentioned something is coming soon in July, right? And I'm so glad that you go come back again. And then, wow. And it's right now it's July, and tomorrow in North America we're celebrating 4th of July, right? It's very, very good timing. So just wanted to know, are there anything that, of course, there are a lot, right? Do you mind to maybe divide into several categories. For example, product update, partnership updates, or fundraising updates, or community updates, etc. Thank you.
Perfect. No, that's great. And thanks, Moonlight. So yeah, we've got when we met last time, we targeted to start the sale in July. We wanted to I guess develop and show some of the products that we can deliver and before we did the sale. So that was really the driving factor behind doing the sale in July. We did originally have it penciled for July 12, but we did a community vote based on some other stuff we'll talk about a little bit later to bring in some new functionality as well. And the community overwhelmingly supported that change, which is fantastic. And so we can talk about that a little bit too. But what we actually got done in the period of time, like we said we would, was we deployed a testnet version of, I guess, our governance DApp that has an AI integration that kind of analyzes proposals. So it is still a high-level AI, and it is still in a testnet, but it at least shows that we have the capability in the start to deliver on our roadmap and show that you can integrate AI to DeFi without compromising decentralization. Yeah. And so that's one of the big things, and we can do a little bit of a demo of that later as well.
Of course. Yes.
Yeah. Then we've got so in that governance contract that we deployed, there's things that we're already starting to do, and more will come. It does things like controls staking rates, treasury in terms of how much MCT can be sent and where and all that sort of stuff. It controls its own parameters as well, so it updates other contracts and itself, all based on, I guess, quorums and voting and stuff, which we can show you. And I guess another exciting thing for us in this time as well, just by doing what we normally do and telling people what we're building, we've achieved a top 12 pre-launch ranking on Certec as well. So we're all pretty proud here of that. So that's been fantastic. So it's been a big couple months, and so doing a lot. And we can talk a little bit more about our additional functionality that the community voted on, maybe after the demo, if you like.
Yeah, for those who aren't familiar with Certec, it's the auditing process that happens. It's a very powerful external objective audit.
Yeah.
That's so nice. Thank you so much for letting us know about that. And of course, later feel free to share your screen and then let us go through the demo, because I believe a lot of our audience are super curious and already so they post many comments in the X, right? The X announcement. After we posted, we already got a lot of comments over here and got questions. And also right now, we also have questions from our audience, and friends will have time for everyone to ask their question. And we're going to share the question with our team members over here, Joshua and Paul joining us. And also, friends, if you haven't given Mooncat a follow, I highly recommend you to do so, because you can trust the team over here. They are super amazing. And we also have another question is that, how's everything being? Because we could see that, of course, AI and crypto combining together have been very, very popular, right? And we wanted to know, okay, I'm going to remove these. Okay, this one. Okay, so it won't block it. Oh, it's also on board Certec, and there's a Mooncast token stacking testnet already. That's really nice. And very curious about how the team, what's the strategies for the team to continue to grow? Because we know that there are just thousands and maybe millions, right, of different token projects, and people's attention span are quite short, right? So how will Mooncat continue to attract and retain your holders or your AI tool users? Thank you.
No, it's a great question, Moonlight, and it's one of the things that I guess is really important, and why we're doing, I guess, AI plus DeFi. So using AI to optimize DeFi, so to fix real world problems that we have. So I think as long as you provide a product that's better and provides a better either user experience or better return to that user, and provides a reason for people to use it, like then that's half the battle from any sort of marketing and product development landscape, because you have something that people will use because it's just simply gonna be a little bit better, and where that comes about is because of the liquidity pool stuff, which we'll be doing after the sale. So after we do the governance contract, which is like a foundational element, we do the AI optimized liquidity stuff, and being on the Unichain super chain is really an important, I guess, pillar of that, because that's going to enable us to be part of many blockchains that have over $100 billion of assets in them, and look for the most optimal pools that we can grow users' assets in, and not like a complex yield aggregator that gives you like multiple different cryptos that you need to buy and sell and pair and all that sort of stuff. A very simple UI where you just kind of deposit a single asset type and let the protocol handle it for you from there. Still within the confines and controls of governance and bulk contracts and all that sort of stuff, without getting too technical.
The other thing with we've got a great relationship with a great marketing team called Token Minds.
Fantastic.
We've been so happy with them. So it's a bit like, I guess, if you're a painter and you do the most beautiful paintings in the world, but no one knows about it, nothing really happens. So Token Minds have been really good in terms of, really, I think Web3 specialists, and they've been incredible. So that's been exciting in terms of really, we sort of want to shout it from the rooftops, and
yes.
So they're really, because we know that the product is amazing, and you can trust it. So that's another part of the growth as well. And they're really good at what they do, and they're really super helpful and brilliant and very specialized in this space as well. So they get us.
Yeah. And the evidence is there, right? Like, you can definitely see what they've been able to do for us so far. So,
we've been really happy with them, and that's definitely part of the growth.
Yeah,
creating demand.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. That's nice to know. And well, so right now the page that you guys are showing is that Mooncat token staking. Can you share the link with us so our audience can go there and give it a try?
Yeah, so they'll need Mooncat test tokens for this to work, because it is deployed on a test net.
Mm-hmm.
So and I haven't got a faucet for it yet, but if they do want to do any sort of testing, they can go into our Discord, and our moderators there help distribute MCT tokens for testing. So that's a temporary solution until we have a faucet integrated. But it's pretty much just on our website, mooncat.ai. Anyone can go there and essentially just see the testing drop downs that we have on the side here. So we've got a staking testnet and a governance one as well.
Nice. Thank you so much. And friends, join Mooncat's official X handle. Join Mooncat official Discord server, right? So you can get the test token. Wow. And then give it a try, the test net. That is very, very cool. Thank you so much for that. And well, I believe the next question that we are going to talk about actually also is another question from our audience as well. What is Superchain ERC20? Because we have audience asking, is it a brand new chain, or is it layer 2, or is it a contract? And also, do you mind to share some superchain token standard with us? Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. It's a good question actually. So it was originally released by Optimism, the Optimism chain. Last year. So it is a layer 2 sort of protocol. It'll allow lots of different blockchains to communicate natively, and eventually the goal by using this standard will be packet for packet transfers of assets across different blockchains. Yeah. So again, without getting, I guess, too much into the technical details, it's like imagine being able to send a token from, I guess, a Unichain to someone's Optimism wallet by as simple as just sending a token to another person, right? It's kind of removing the traditional issues with bridging tokens and having to use those, I guess, historically very risky protocols that often are subject to hacking and stuff, and even then not it's that you have to pull assets in these bridges and stuff. So transferring them across different chains is a little bit more complex than what will I guess be the future on the super chain. Yeah. And so if you look at all the different super chain blockchains, there's something like over $100 billion in assets across the different chains at the moment. It's very simple to check and verify. If you just Google top super chain market cap assets, you'll see all the different blockchains there. They're tracked on different platforms, and so yeah, you can see what's available to us there. And so the chain standard, just to add to that a little bit, was released by Optimism. We didn't adopt it straight away because with anything new, you always want it to be a little bit more, I guess, tested, tried, and audited. And it's been through some substantial audits now, and there's a lot of good information out there now on it. And I think it's the right time before the sale for our protocol to upgrade that token to use the new super chain standard, which means that as these super chains build additional, I guess, seamless integrations, we'll be able to use our token natively across all of them.
Got it. And actually, in order to upgrade to Superchain ERC20, Dean also kind of like adjust the schedule, right, of the token sale, right?
That's right, yeah. So we pushed the sale back from the 12th to the 26th of July, so it's only a 2-week delay. We're confident that we can hit that because CertTech have been fantastic. The minute we said, look, we wanted to do this, we think it's the right time, they responded to us like, yeah, very quickly within half an hour, and said, yep, we're on it. And so they started looking at it for us straight away, and said, yep, we can have a report for you this week. And so they're working on that, and we're expecting that soon. And we should be, definitely good for that launch. We're not expecting any issues at all.
Got it. And we also have, because of live streaming, so we got another live questions in media popping up. And we also have friends asking, why does Mooncatting choose this super chain ERC20 instead of the kind of like very common and very popular Solana chain to launch your tokens? Thank you.
Yeah, it's a good question, actually. And I know Solana is really popular at the moment. The reason we decided to go with Unichain and the Superchain is because Unichain's built by Uniswap, right? And with our optimized liquidity pool product that we're building, it just makes sense to leverage what Uniswap are trying to do with the Unichain, right? So they're trying to, one of the things is obviously the fragmented liquidity across the landscape. And so as being part of the Superchain, it gives us a massive amount of tokens, assets, and liquidities that we're going to be able to natively bridge and provide liquidity for across all these different blockchains, not just one Solana product, right? And so that's kind of the reason why we decided to do it. Like it's $100 billion of assets and growing. It's definitely not slowing down. Each of them might be, maybe a little bit smaller, and there's definitely bigger super chain blockchains than other ones. But I believe it is a growing ecosystem as well.
Nice. Thank you so much for answering that question. And also, friends, if you are not familiar with Superchain ERC20, no worries. Let's learn more about it. So, for example, over here, we got another question. So, what will be the gas token for Superchain? Is it still going to be Ethereum? And also,
yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah, at the moment it is Ethereum. Yep. So that in terms of wider blockchain adoptions and what the other super chains do, look, I'm not sure. I'm not across all of them. There is a lot of them, right? I'm really focused on Unichain at the moment, and I know what they're trying to do there. And so on Unichain, the gas fees there are Ethereum.
Got it. And also, other audience ask question: what type of wallet can they use to kind of like, should I kind of like mint the Mooncat token? Oh, they're okay. Wallet Connect, OKX, and MetaMask. Super.
Yeah, we're going to add Uniswap obviously into that list as well, but we've got Wallet Connect, OKX, MetaMask. We'll continue adding more wallets. It is still test at the moment, so but yeah, you can choose whatever wallet you want. And yeah, Wallet Connect works as well if you want to do that. Obviously, Wallet Connect I find works a little bit better from your mobile. Yeah.
Nice. Thank you so much for the quick answer. And
No worries.
yeah, and I will continue to our topics over here while we also checking some audience questions. And yeah, we also have very positive comments over here. For example, people are saying respect, right? After they learn about the Mooncat team, right? Very respectful team over here. And let's talk about tokens update. Just like previously, the team already let us know that it's going to go from originally July 12th to July 26th, right? For the team to have enough time to upgrade it. And are there any other information that we need to know? For example, how to participate? Do we need to buy this? Or do we need to go to certain website to purchase it, etc.?
Yeah, good question. So we do have applications in at the moment with some, I guess, larger exchanges to see their appetite as a launch pad. We've also got our own token sale contract that's also been built by and audited by, been built by us, audited by Certec. And so we do have that option available to us, and if we do go with that option, we've already got Banksa integration, so you can use your bank account or your card if you want to purchase cryptocurrency, and you'll have to go through the KYC KYB process if you do that, but they handle all that for us, and it's all integrated into our sale contract, and then you can use that crypto to purchase MCT when the sale goes live. So we will obviously announce if we decide to go with any sort of larger exchange, but we also do have our own sale contract ready to go as well.
Okay, we immediately got a audience asking which platform do you mind to repeat again, and also the platform will require the users to get KYC verified, right?
Yeah, so if we go with like a centralized exchange, you're absolutely right. There will be a KYC requirement for it there. If we go with our own sale contract,
right,
you don't need to KYC unless you need to, use fiat or buy fiat, use fiat, to buy cryptocurrency. So it will be fully decentralized for people that just want to deposit Ethereum or USDT. The sale contract is on Unichain, which is the Uniswap's, I guess, layer 2 for Ethereum. So the other thing that Banksa gives you is the ability to very easily get Unichain assets as well. So that's the other benefit of having that there. You don't need to worry about bridging anything if you just go into the Banksa kind of plugin that we have in our sale contract when we do that. Yeah. We're all about trying to keep it as simple as possible for everyone involved. Yeah.
Nice. That's very useful information. Thank you so much. Yeah, because we got so many audience from over the world. So sometimes when they catch a key phrase, right, they will assume, oh, they need to do this or that. So friends, well, we got it cleared, right? So actually no KYC and you can just swap your Ethereum to the MCT tokens when it is launched. And we also have friends asking any listing plans. Are there any ongoing discussions with different like exchanges, or do you plan to do it purely on chain? Thank you.
Yeah, another good question. We will definitely be listing after the sale completes. So we'll either be listing with the launch pad that we go with, or we'll be providing liquidity to decentralized exchanges on the back of our sale, and we will then use some of those sale funds to also list. So listings quite easy once you've got the product there and deployed. So that's not the problem. Yeah, we will definitely be listing. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Thank you so much. And so previously you mentioned that actually you need applications, right? Is it for everyone or just for people who wanted to get a token earlier?
Sorry, so the applications were us applying to exchange launch pads.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, just being transparent. Yeah, so we have got applications out with various launch pads at the moment as well. So we have our decentralized contract for the sale audited and ready to go, and we're also applying to launch pads as well because they have their benefits too from a visibility perspective. Yeah.
Got it. Thank you so much. So it's clarified. And yes, please.
I was just going to say, I do apologize. It's after midnight here in Australia. So we're, yeah.
Oh, sorry about that. Oh my goodness. Okay, I know.
No, all good, no worries.
No, we're excited. So
yes.
that's overcoming our tiredness.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, nice. And well, let me quickly collect other audience questions, and then we can let you guys take a break pretty soon. So we have another audience asking, can you share more information regarding token distributions and also tokenomics? Thank you.
Yeah, so token distribution, tokenomics. With the adoption of the superchain ERC20, that means some of the bridging stuff that we had is kind of not going to be needed anymore. So there is going to be a small change to the tokenomics that we have. They are all on our white paper at the moment, but yeah, we'll obviously be announcing that very, very soon, well and truly before the sale. So yeah, that's there will be just a little bit of a change there. Essentially, it is a community launch token though. So I think only 5% of the supply is going to the development team, and 5% is used for marketing, and the rest of it is community liquidity and the sale. So it is that is a very important point for us. So while there might be some small changes to the tokenomics, that is still remaining true. Yeah.
Got it. Thank you so much. And also, we have another question over here from the community members. Will there be any market maker teams that maintain the token price, or is this? Can we discuss about this? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure I follow that, but we definitely won't be doing any sort of market making manipulation type stuff with the token. We will adhere to, I guess, the token price, I guess when we do the sale and the launch, but we obviously we will be not. Sorry, this is an important point, and while I was saying it's 12:30 in Australia, it's just might be a tiny bit slower than I normally would be, but we can't make any guarantee on the future price of the token in terms of what will happen, I guess, after the sale, and that's because we're a real Australian business and entity, and that's an important point. So we definitely won't be manipulating or doing anything with the price of that token. It is the price of the token, and that token gives you access to our platform, to use on our platform, to earn MCT and participate in governance. And so that's an important, I guess, thing that we need to adhere to from a legal aspect as well.
Yeah, for those who are not familiar with Australia, we're one of the most heavily regulated countries in the world when it comes to business, and so for me that felt like another layer of security, knowing that there is that sort of regulation across everything.
And we've got to talk to lawyers and all sorts of stuff to make sure that everything we do complies with everything, because we're definitely not doing this so we get in trouble.
Yeah, it wouldn't work.
Yeah, it's not something. Yeah.
Nice. Thank you so much. And let's check if we have any other committee's question. Yes, of course. Regarding post TGE, do you have any plans after the token is being launched? Because it's going to be launched pretty soon, right? And as we know, so many projects in the Web3 space, they kind of abandon the project after the token is listed. And are there any plans to continue to grow the community, or to maintain a token price, or to update your products after TGE? And how will you do it? Thank you.
Absolutely. So you can have a look at the roadmap. We're committing to that. It's on our website. In fact, if I just quickly bring that up for you guys, there's the white paper and the roadmap here. So you can actually go into the roadmap. You can see stuff that we've delivered and ticked off. We're committed to our roadmap. We're committed to delivering this product. That's why we are a real Australian business. And if we were to just disappear and leave it as is, that would get us into a lot of trouble. So that's why we won't do that. And that's why we have, I guess, our ethical advisory board. We have our lawyers that we're talking to, and we can't talk about maintaining or driving up price for the token. The token price is what the token price will be. But what we can commit to is obviously continuing to market the product. We have a very strong relationship with Token Minds. We're going to continue that relationship for the foreseeable future. We want to continue to develop the product. So the idea being the optimized liquidity pools, providing higher returns of assets to people across the super chain, being the first sort of stage really of providing an optimized DeFi platform. There's other things we can do too that we're looking at that we think AI can help make I guess DeFi a little bit easier and a little bit more mainstream for people, and provide better returns. And that's like loans and education and stuff like that. So all that will be part of our governance stuff. So we can make proposals there. There'll be a treasury. We're going to continue to build things out. The development tokens, that 5% that we have, most of those are actually going to be staked. So we're not actually selling those either. Like we're kind of tying our return on investment for this to the protocol's success. And so the liquidity pool is the first stage of that.
Got it.
The free part of it is attractive as well, isn't it?
For staking, because what the protocol does, so just very quickly, and we touched on it briefly last time, but the new people might not be across that, so it's a great point. So the fee-free staking, what we mean there is you can stake your MCT and we don't charge you fees, and we can do that because the liquidity pool will take a small profit percentage from people that stake and grow their assets via the optimized liquidity pools. always making sure that the returns to the user will be higher than what they would have gotten elsewhere, because we're only allocating those assets in the most optimal pools across the super chain. And so what that means is people are incentivized to use those liquidity pools because they're going to get a better return on investment. And we take a very small profit from that, profit only. We don't take anything if for whatever reason the assets go down, which, you know, crypto is volatile. We can't help that. But when that happens, that buyback occurs on the MCT, and that MCT goes into the treasury and or the staking contract based on the governance votes, right? So that's how we can offer fee-free staking of MCT. So if people don't want to get into the liquidity side of things, they're happy to just buy and hold some MCT. Other people might want to grow some WBTC or BTC or ETH or USDTC, whatever. They might want to just grow those assets, and they don't mind that a tiny percentage of that is used to buy back MCT, because they're making better returns by using our protocol than they would be otherwise.
Also, the way that because I'm not from a crypto background, of course, and when Josh was explaining how the AI works, that is pretty amazing in terms of, I mean, just if you could explain just briefly about how that kind of integrates with the governance is pretty amazing.
Yeah, so the AI is really kind of just an orchestration layer, for want of a better way of putting it. And that means that it's just kind of directing the funds. The funds are controlled in the governance contract. So there's controlled contracts that are approved by the community pools that we want to allocate funds to, and so it can only work within those confines, and so that's probably the simplest way I can describe how that AI will work. And that AI at the moment, it's the same sort of structure we've got feeding our governance contract at the moment, that's currently providing analysis on those. So you can actually go right now to our webpage. You can have a look at governance. Once you connect up your wallet, it'll load those proposals. It's taking a tiny bit longer than I like at the moment. We will optimize that and make it faster. We've integrated with Goldski to do that, so that I won't go into all the technicalities, but that's going to continue to get refined and faster as we progress. And so you can go in and see that same AI that's doing that analysis at the moment.
Always human in the loop as well, of course.
That's right. Yeah, that's
AI.
right. Yeah, we've got that control. That's why we've got the governance contracts. It's very important. It's a pivotal point, because that helps make sure that we still have human control for now. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Thank you so much, to Joshua and Paul for joining us today. Well, I believe we have covered a lot of questions today during this very informative evening sessions. We talk about Mooncast progress update, right? And we also work through demo staking and governance and analysis, and we have answered a lot of questions regarding Superchain launch, right? And the update token sale schedule. So do we have any other information that you wanted to let our audience know about and we haven't covered yet? Thank you.
Yeah, so we've got the sale coming on the 26th of July, like we've talked about. Please give us a follow. We'd love to have you join our community. Jump into Discord. Say hello to us there. Grab some MCT tokens. Stake some MCT in the testnet, and then go into the governance contract and create some proposals and have a bit of a mess around if you like. That's what it's there for. If you find any issues, let us know. We'll get them resolved. So yeah, I think that covers off a lot of the stuff that we wanted to talk about. Yeah. Yeah. So
it's like a sand, when people say a sand pit or something.
Yeah, it's like a sand pit. Yeah,
sand box.
Yeah,
or something.
yeah.
I don't know what the word is, but yeah, it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Nice.
So you can see that's all happening. Like if anyone goes in and creates a proposal, they can do that, and they'll see that the AI will update it, and yeah, it's all in real time. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Yes, and also want to shout out to all of our audience who has been paying very close attention to the information that we shared, and also to ask a lot of very well constructed by very smart questions, right?
Yeah, great.
Awesome.
There's today. Thank you so
Great
much.
questions. Thank you.
Yes, and wish the team, the Mooncat team, and the community all the best. And friends, if you haven't given Mooncat a follow, be sure to do it on X. It's very easy to find it. Actually, just search Mooncat AI, and then you are going to see them. Well, for myself, I search Mooncat, and it's immediately popping up over here. Yeah, that's because I'm already following. But friends, do it, and also be sure to go to Mooncat Discord server. Then to get the test token, you can try staking MCT on the test net. It's also a pretty cool experience. I will do that as well because I wanted to give it a try myself. And I said we got a lot of new comments over here in both on Binance Live and also on X. I believe, let me go over once again. Okay. Yeah, other than certain questions that we probably unable to answer you right now, other questions that we already answered, for example, about like previously we talked about decentralized governance, we also talk about DD schedule, also talk about, let me see, yeah, people, a lot of people asking similar questions. So friends, if you still have questions and the question has already been answered, you can feel free to come back to Binance Live and you can watch the replay. So don't worry, the replay is always here, so you won't miss any important information before the Mooncat MCT token launch. And well, we have to say bye to everyone right now, but don't worry, the replay will be here pretty soon. Thank you so much once again to Joshua and Paul for joining us on Binance Live. And today our session is also being featured on the front page of Binance Live. So thank you very much for
Thank
the
you.
platform to support our AMA sessions. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Great to talk to you again. So thanks again.
Thank you so much. And Ali, and I would like to share the Binance Live front page to everyone, and later I will also take a screenshot as well. Once again, thank you and take care because I know it's quite late in Australia. We'll see you later. Thank you.
No worries.
Yeah,
Thank you,
talk to you
Moonlight.
next time.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm going to play some music over here, and then pretty soon we're going to do our replay. Thanks a lot, everyone.